Alright, we're back with, obviously it was a, if you can't tell, wait to the end. What game is this from? I honestly did not want to use this. This brush pen is like really old. It's out of ink, or it's just dry. I poured water on it, trying to revitalize it, thinking that I would I thought it was saying something, but you know, I need to get another pair of these pens, but they're probably like really expensive now. Sorry, that was the water bottle. It hit the table. Alright, so let's get back to it. Where do you think this is from? You gotta be like really light. I mean, I don't really mind this effect, to be honest. It's not like particularly what I wanted, but it works. I wanted to do like watercolors over this, but I don't know. I'm running out of blue, and you could like probably just mix the watercolors, but I don't know. I'm waiting for the day where I have like a watercolor accident, where I just get watercolors all over myself. Like, oh my god, they betrayed me. The watercolor fell on my lap. Now everybody's laughing at me. Like, but why? Because the watercolors, they did me dirty. The watercolors made fun of me, and now I must pay the price. So like, you gotta be like gentle. You know, you want to get like that really thin line. Honestly, like, you know, you should be always drawing with like light in mind, but sometimes you just forget. But then that's why you need to remind yourself to always be drawn with light in mind, because you will do something bad to your art. But don't worry, every experience that you do with drawing or painting or sculpting or whatever is just a learning experience. You know, you just learn from your beautiful little accidents. I love how like now like the pen is like starting to like pen, which is not good because we're already this far. You know, I don't have like the sketch may have been pre-planned out, but there's like nothing on the inside, right, where it's like, oh, I know what I want to do for this, or I have this idea for this part. There's a tangent right there, but not really much that could be done at this point. I'm gonna try to draw in like this little hook thing for the eye. The fact that we like can't see Kirby's face is you know, unfortunate. And honestly, this kind of the silhouette for Kirby is not the most attractive, but it is something, you know. Don't worry, we will always have a picture of the original sketch, so all is not lost. Just want to get some like more, and maybe I like make these like get a little bit more like dark edge on this. What if I did that? Is that cool? Weigh in the comments below. You know, like I feel like, you know, we're giving the Beetle a lot of attention, but that's just the way that it is, man. You pick a spot and you just focus on it, and all the spots that are not particularly the best, you just ignore them, like a real artist, would, like a real artist should. Let's get like a quick, you know, look at that, let's do this zoom. The zoom is you know, not good, but it bangs, right? It bangs. You messing with that, right? You F with that? You guys F with that? I know. I sure enough F with it, man. I F with it, brother. Don't worry. So like, I was gonna do watercolors, I was gonna do marker. I think we're gonna do the color pencil. Oh, color pencil. And that could be embarrassing for many reasons, you know. For many reasons that could be embarrassing, and I don't want to really list all of them, but the main one is that for some reason whenever I start coloring, especially like sorry, I was taking a picture. But whenever I start coloring, especially with color pencils or anything, like I just forget shapes and things like that. And I think like we're gonna go a different route with this, because obviously we can make it like what do you call that? We can make it like the not one-to-one color, but like the colors that in theory they should be. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna skip that, and we're gonna do a little something different. We're gonna perform an act of courageous artistic license and make it so that it is not what we expect, but maybe. What if like this like Beetle was like shiny? Like I really love the sprites from this game, but you know, maybe we're supposed to wait till the end, you know, well, we did say Kirby, I think. So unfortunately, if you're waiting till the end to know, I guess now you could like not click off, stay put. You know, you gotta stay put. You can't just click off like that. What would Sakurai think of you if you did that? That you were not, you know, a fan. And you should be a fan. You should stick around, see what can happen. Alright. I said that we're not gonna do this typical way, and I feel like that was kind of like a lie, because this feels like almost very like typical. Like this feels super typical, and I don't know how to get out of it now. We're cooked. We've gone too far in one direction, and now we have to commit. But don't worry, we got this. You know, once I drop a shadow, I think it might fix a lot of problems, or not like a lot of problems, but like make more sense to me. This is again my second time doing something like this, because usually I don't talk in these videos, because obviously, you know, you're going to speed them up, so there's really no reason to. I guess you could talk afterwards, right? But how you gonna sum up video in 1 minute? Like a 20-minute piece in like 1 minute. How you gonna do that? Unless you're like just the GOAT. I think we put like a brown for the rim, and I have to sharpen these pencils again. I do not bring the sharpener with me, because my bag is already like packed with like art supplies, so I can't be out here with a sharpener on me as well. I've been looking into getting like mechanical pencils with colors to circumvent that level of you know, effort, but they are expensive. Like, everybody wants your firstborn child to give you something, you know, but that's just what I do, just what I'm doing. Alright, so what color should the crowd be? Like pink? Maybe they should be like a multicolor, like pink, and then like darker pink for like the circles, just cause like, I don't know, you know, we got ideas going, we got things flowing. Maybe like different colors, so like we'll just color in one like green, like get a couple greens in there. You know, if we thought ahead, we could have put we could have snuck in like, you know, another character, like, I don't know, like Goku or something. Sneak in like Agumon or something stupid. They're like, why don't you sneak in something in lore? Listen, you start sneaking in lore stuff, and then you got a lawsuit on your hands. They're like, wait, that's not Kirby's Squeak Squad. Like, yo, I don't even know how to spell Squeak. I don't even know how to spell Squad. Don't even ask. Don't even look. Don't look to me for nothing. I don't know. I'm bugged out. Alright, so, you know, you just do this part kind of like flat. Like, you don't have to really consider too much, I think, you know. But yeah, this is the, I guess, second warm-up. Honestly, like, what you're gonna see for like the blind contour run is not gonna be very good, I think, which is gonna be, I guess, the next video. But it's just something to be mindful of. I feel like, alright, I got a better idea. I know what to do. Like, this is gonna be the shadow. This light blue is the shadow now, because I have an idea. As I was like progressing, it started to create a thing. Well, I hope you know, that is not audible enough to get copyright striked, but you know, we will see. We ball, cause that's crazy. You know, like, we live in a post-content world where you can't, where just other people existing in their own existence can limit the scope of what you may do sometimes. And I think that will give Kirby a similar shadow, just to, you know, keep things consistent. because I have an idea of what I want, and you know, that's good. Now that we have a personification of what we want to create, you know, and yeah. So essentially what we're going to do now is take a dark color, but first I have to take a photograph. I don't really know how this camera works, but you know, at some point I will learn probably more about it. But for now, we're just gonna do this. Take this line, and then we just make, I think this is like a Terminator line or something like that, but I'm not using it in the right way. But you know, there are no rules in art, they say, which, you know, I agree with and disagree with at the same time. Only because that on its own, while it's a, you know, a good thing to have people know that they could do whatever they want, and they could, like, you know, do things so that they don't trick themselves into believing that they can't, like, create anything. You know, there are some things, not necessarily rules, but experiences that you might need in order to evolve. If you want to evolve. If you don't want to evolve, you want to just do whatever you do the best way you could do it, which is still evolving, then whatever. You want to, you know, I don't have anything bad to say about anybody. I think that everybody is valid as long as you, the human being, are making it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now I have to figure out how am I gonna add like a real shadow. Should I add like a green? Let's see, like, let's see what this green is giving. Let's see what this green is giving, huh? I don't know about this green, brother. I don't know how I feel about this, but we've already committed. This is a committal action. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you commit to this type of rigid structure, and like now what I want to do is like make shapes. Whether they're good or not is to be determined, but I want to just make like shapes, because I think that even if you like arbitrarily make shapes, sometimes like it can still be good, you know. The key is that you make a shape and you commit to it, and that's the key point here. Right here I didn't commit to a shape, so we got like a mess, but that's good, I guess. We don't want to worry too much about that. Like right here we got like a little shape that we can make. Another shape, we could connect these two. It's like a little knife, and then right here you're gonna like a little. You want to make shapes, man. You don't want to just arbitrarily do anything that I do, because sometimes you make mistakes functioning like that. Like I made a mistake on Kirby, and the mistake was that I wasn't doing any shapes. I just started fooling around, and now we have a problem. Now we have a problem with Kirby, but that's fine. You know, we're gonna drop a shadow on both of these characters, hopefully, and yeah, we're gonna see how that works out. So, you know, this video might be a little bit longer than the other one, and just before we drop the shadow, we can see what it looks like. You know, that's what we're working with here. You know, beautiful, right? You love it. amazing. Honestly, like, a lot of times, like, certain things look better on the camera, and now the camera's, like, bad spot now, but alright, sorry. And now we're gonna drop a shadow. So for the shadow we have two options: dark blue or darker blue. And I think we're gonna go with dark blue. I think that we should have pre-planned the shadow, but I don't know where it's gonna go. I don't know where the shadow's gonna go, man. Maybe if I do like an outline, you know, we might, this might be cooked. This might be cooked, fellas. I don't know. We might be fried here. We might be omega fried. Might be put into the we're gonna be put out. They're gonna take us out back and make us eat hay for the rest of our days. And then for this one, like oh, where's, like, what's casting the shadow for him? Like, I don't know, something. You know, I can't tell you everything. I can't be the guide to your world. And then we just, like, I literally just said, like, do a shape, and we're just, you know, vibes and sensitivity is what we just did. Like, oh yeah, do a shape, and it was working, right? But then you just forget, because it's like, well, this is complex because I didn't plan it out ahead of time. And that's one other thing too, is like, you always want to like plan out ahead of time, but I think it looks pretty good actually. I'm looking at it. Let's throw a little bit of a little bit more, some like ambient occlusion type beat, and we should be good. I think we did a good job, and we should all be clapping and, you know, clap and put our hands together because we did a good job. Look how good that looks. That's beautiful. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I will see you again in the next one. Yeehaw.